Rob here to do a my top albums of 2020, the year of hell. I got an odd number here because there's a lot of albums that are good albums, but I wouldn't throw up in like the top 30 or whatever. So I think I got like 28. Basically the albums I keep going, playing all the time. I do a weird system the way with my new stuff, and if I keep playing, it stays in a certain box, and you know, so and so. If I get kind of bored of it, I kind of throw it in the box where it should be. So I got top 28. I do have a few honorable mentions. I also haven't gotten a couple big albums this year, like Armored Saint, Fate's Warning, and Havoc, which are really great albums. I've been listening to them download-wise. I just don't... the two are really expensive still for some reason, which I don't get. So I'm kind of waiting for them to come down or find a deal on them. But I've been listening to them, and they're great albums, and they would probably make my top... Fate's Warning is a great album. Armored Saint's a really, really good album. They'd probably make my top 15 or so. So it's kind of skewed because of that, but we can only buy what we can buy in a year. Last year I had a really like heavy thrash, heavy metal oriented tops list. That's what I'm playing in the background now, my favorite album from last year. But this year it's kind of on the hair metal, I guess AOR side for some of it, or symphonic metal. It's definitely a different kind of list. There's a lot of things on here I haven't seen on other people's lists, which I don't understand. There's a couple surprises on here for me, but I'm going to start with a couple honorable mentions. I made this video already like last week, and I went to upload it, and there was no sound. It was like a 40-minute freaking video. I'm going to try to cut that down too, but that's annoying. So anyway, I do have a cold. I may cough. A lot of you guys know I had surgery on the 22nd, so I'm still recovering in that sense. Next week I go back to the doctor twice in a week, and should be good to go with that. I don't foresee any problems, which is good because it's been a shitty past 6 months. Why I've not been around a lot. And I'm not going to say anything yet because until everything is good, because every time I say something, something else goes on. But still a lot of shit to take care of. But otherwise, I'm okay. I'm going to get going because I'm rambling. A couple of honorable mentions, no order. And the only reason these don't really make the list is because they're EPs. I don't consider them full albums. One's close to it. But they're EPs, but I still think they're great, and I still think they deserve a, you know, an honorable mention. The first one is what you guys have been seeing a lot from everybody else. It's a band called Wicked Smile. They are hair metal, modern day hair metal style band from Australia. Really good. This was really cheap, considering it came from Australia, and it was autographed by the two main members. Very good. Highly recommend if you're a hard rock hair metal fan. I know people don't like that term, but that's what I've always called them. That's what I'm always going to call it. I got a mess in front of me. A band out of Canada called Lotharo. This is called what? Wings of Agony, right? Wings of Agony. It's a 5-song EP. Great female-fronted, clean death metal. She does both. Just fantastic. And this is their second EP. It's a little slipcase, which I don't like, but it's a small band, so. But highly recommend this if you're into the heavier side of music. The Agonist, Arch Enemy, kind of similar to that. More clean vocals though. It's about half and half. And then finally, for the honorable mentions, is a band from No Life Till Metal, and that's From the Ruins. It's a modern day. It's a modern band. They sound like Judas Priest meets Megadeth I mean, I can't explain it, but the damn album's really, really good. I almost threw this in my albums list because I love it that much. All these honorable mentions are really good. But it has 6 songs on it. So it's a larger EP, kind of. Great album. Highly recommend this. It's From the Ruins, and the album's called Into Chaos. If you like heavier, I wouldn't say, it gets thrashy, more speed metal, but in Judas Priest influence. I love it. So, all right, we're going to start with number 28. I'm going to go through some of these fairly quick because some of you guys know that. This is a local favorite of mine, and that's Anthony Gomes. He released this last year, at the end of last year. It took forever, but it's called Containment Blues, as you can see, and we all know why. He released 4 different versions. That's 4 covers. I hate that shit, but it's all pretty much acoustic, you know. He just did it while being locked down. He's Canadian, but I think he spent most of his life in St. Louis, which is the same state I'm in. So really cool. This one's probably you're gonna be like, what? Number 28 is an album. I'm not taking the covers off. I'm just going to show them as is. If you get glare, you get glare. Orianthe's new one. This is really good. Yeah, it has a couple of poppy songs on there, but the girl can play guitar, and that's what I really like about her. And she can sing. So it's a really, really good album. Again, there are some pop stuff on there, but it's a hard rock album. So shut up. Next is another CD. This is Tokyo Motor Fist's second album that was released this year. It's called Lions, right? Or Lions. It has Ted Poley, Bruno Ravel. I can't remember. Not Bruno Ravel. Ted Poley and Steve Brown. Ted Poley, Danger Danger. I love his voice, so anything he does I always like. And Steve Brown, Trickster guitarist. It's good hard rock, hair, AOR-ish stuff. Great album. Sorry about the glare. There's nothing I can do down here. I get the light of those sucks, or the bright's too bright. Let me back my ass up here because I'm on the wrong side again. I got CD. I'm doing all my CDs and albums in one because I don't feel like doing that separately again anymore either. Okay. Next is a band called Dirty Shirley, which I'm surprised this didn't show up in a lot of people's lists. It's George Lynch, and I cannot remember the guy's name. Dino, I think it is. But it's Lynch doing Lynch, like Doc and Lynch. It sounds like Dokken and Dio kind of meshed together. It's a really great album. Dirty Shirley. It is self-titled. I mean, it's got Lynch. Come on. All right, we're going back to... Okay. Next is the... this is going to be really glary because it's so shiny. Let's make sure I got... Number 24 is... I haven't even sleeved these yet because I haven't done that process of cleaning and sleeving. The Defiance. This is their second album too, I believe. Yeah, second album. This has Paul Lane of Danger Danger and the solo stuff, Canadian singer. Bruno Ravel and Gene Marchetto, also from Danger Danger. So, Defiance. Sokusho, it's like a Japanese name. The covers are so shiny. They were pretty limited. I think there was only 300 pressed. Next is a band that once the main singer left quite a few years ago at this point. They had a couple of singers in between. I think David Reese. It was good. But once they got to like third, fourth singer, I was like, I just checked out. And it was a big mistake. Bev from Vision actually sent me the album before this as VCLT, and I fell in love with the guy's voice because I just never paid attention to it because it wasn't the Bonfire I knew. But this is Bonfire's newest. Oh my god, I can never remember. Fistful of Fire. Great album. The singer, which I'm blanking out on because I'm on camera. I think it's Alex, right? Yeah, Alex Stahl. Great singer. I mean, fantastic singer. It's not, you know, Claws, Bonfire, but it's still fantastic stuff. Obviously, it made my list. This album got crushed. You know, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. You can see the impression on the, you can see the impression on there. I'm not even sure if I showed this in my updated shit yet. Anyway, Bonfire, Fistful of Fire. Number, that was 23. Number 24, sorry, this is a mess. I'm just trying to get this done as fast as I can. There's a Christian metal band called Saint. Not the Saint they used to be. The new singer is really, really good though. It's actually a really great album. I mean, I'm surprised after all these years, I'd rank this up in my tops from the band. The original band sounded more like a Christian metal Judas Priest, but Saint, I think it's called The Calf. The Calf. Number 22. Number 21 is a band called Death Dealer, and I can't remember, third or fourth album. Straight up heavy metal. The cover is badass. It's like Egyptian, and probably one of the best covers I've seen in a long, long time. Death Dealer called Conquered Lands. Just fantastic heavy metal. If you're a straight up like mid-80s metal fan, you guys may know this band. Jesus, I'm already forgetting who's in it. I'm terrible anymore. Highly recommend this album if you're just a straight metal fan. It's just pure metal. I mean, that's the only way I can classify it as. Number 20 is a symphonic metal band with death backing vocals at times. It's called Beyond the Black. What is it called? Horizons. Horizons. She's one of my favorite female vocalists, and that's why it'll make it, even if it's kind of like okay. Jennifer Haven. But fantastic symphonic on the heavier side of it. The last album was a little, because I got signed to, who did I get signed to? Napalm. The last album was a little bit soft. This one kind of gets back into what they originally did. So really enjoy her, really enjoy her voice. Just good stuff for me. And I know a lot of people don't like the symphonic stuff in the metal community, but I love it. I don't care. I listen to it all. That was 20. Number 19. It's got the album tear on there. Is a Finnish band. I can't remember Finnish. Band's called One Desire. Midnight something. Midnight Empire. If you ever heard of the band, I always say it. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. Erndung Stung or something like that. I can't remember the name of the band right now. But it's the singer from there, the guitar player from there. This is basically his second release as One Desire. Modern day hair metal, modern day AOR. It's just catchy. You listen to it, it's like, I really enjoy that, you know. There's another one of those limited release, like 300 copies worldwide. Highly recommend this one. Anything on this list I really do. Number 19. This is a band. Man, I think they're UK. Collateral, self-titled album. This is the first song kicks you right in the face. It's completely old school hair metal sounding. You'll see a lot of that coming up because there's a lot of bands that are back doing it. Mr. Big Shot opens up. It's a great song. It gets a little weak on the side too, but the album itself is fantastic. If you literally listen to this, you think you're listening to something from the 80s. I mean, that's like the late 80s hair metal, the good shit. It's just a great album. I mean, and it's cheap. Maybe they're Italian. I can't remember. That was Collateral number 18. Number 17, another album I'm surprised didn't make a lot of people's list, is Black Swan. I already forgot the title. Shake the World. This features, oh my God, Jeff Peelson, Dokken, Robin McCauley, MSG, Grand Prix. There's four. It's like an all-star band. Of course, I'm going to forget all of them anyway. But this is a great late 80s sounding album too. Fantastic production. Obviously, you got big names on it. Jeff Peelson's, pretty much a big-time producer right now. So, just a great album. I mean, this should be higher, honestly, but there's so many good upper albums this year. Black Swan, Shake the World. You can look up that title song. That alone's worth the album, if you can find the vinyl anymore. Now this one, number, what is this, 16? Yeah, number 16. This is kind of a surprise for me because I'm not really fond of Body Count. It's the new one, Carnivore. I'm not really fond. I like Ice-T himself, but I'm not really fond of the lyrics with Body Count. I don't like the cop killing shit. Both sides have problems. I just don't want to see it in music. Why I've never really been like, I kind of strayed away from buying their stuff. But this came up and I figured, let me give it a shot. And I wanted to hear their cover of Ace of Spades, which is actually pretty damn good. It's very thrashy, man. It's not really heavy rap. Yeah, of course he's rapping in there, but it's more like spoken word thrash, you know? And it's, I really enjoy it. Obviously it made my list, which is shocking, and it hasn't left my play it now in between all the other stuff I play box. So it made my list, made it up there pretty high too. Number 15, there's a band I never really like followed. There's a couple of bands there, like, you know, like Blind Guardian, Primal Fear, and there's like 2 other ones that were huge bands, but I just never followed them because they just kind of had that same sound to me or same vibe as other bands. Big mistake. Primal Fear, this new one, Metal Commando. This is a really, really, really good get your feet stomping album. You know, bang, you know, your head starts bobbing with this thing. It's groovy. It's metal. And I think they sound like Priest to me a lot. So I always kind of like, I don't need another Priest, but who the fuck doesn't need another Priest? Yeah, so anyway, in the last 2 years, they really changed my mind, and I just bent the fuck out of that. I got a couple of their albums now on vinyl. I had a couple on, I got a couple of all those bands CDs, but I just never really got into them. Alright, so number 14 is a CD. It's an old band from the 80s, but they've been around. They've been spotted through the years. And this is the entire original band back together, and it's a band called Diamond Rex. And it's called Psycho Ward or Psych Ward? Psych Ward. You had to order this through their website. I think the first 100 were signed. All signed by the original band, which is a silver Sharpie, so there you go. I mean, not only is it a shitty digipack, it's like a really shitty digipack. It's the other thing I hate about it. But, great album. It has the sound of their, you know, their first, I'd say their second album. What is it, Rated Rex? And the first one had more punk to it. This still has that punky Ramones heavy metal sound. But, great album. Stupid cover. Great album. Bouncing back and forth here. Number 13. Another symphonic metal band. Another one of my favorite female vocalists. Charlotte Vessel. That's a band called Delane. The album's called Apocalypse and Chill. They're typical stuff. I mean, they're pretty solid no matter what they do. There's always a couple like out of these world great songs on their albums. They do some good, you know, like softer stuff. They add a little bit of symphonic stuff in there too. It's just great, man. I actually like that cover. That's 2020 in a nutshell, man. But really good band. They've been around for a while. It's the ex-keyboardist, I think the person that started was part of the co-owners of Within Temptation. I don't know how it goes. Actually started this band. We go back to CD. Next is a thrash album. This is actually a buddy of mine in Germany. And if you like bands like, come on, you can do it. Destruction, with a little bit of Testament thrown in there, maybe even some Sodom at times. He's a big Sodom fan, but he also is a fan of like Michael Schenker and Malmsteen. Creator, a little bit of Creator in there. Actually, the artwork is done by the guy who done a lot of the artwork for Creator, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But it's Gumo Maniacs and Morbid Tales of Terror. Great stuff. I love it. And actually, the riff in the beginning of my video here is actually the Legion of the Damned song. Legions of Death? Legions of Death. That's probably my favorite song on there. It's just groovy, Megadeth, you know, kind of chugging. I like it. But very much sounds a bit like, you know, Destruction and Testament mixed together. Highly recommend it. He's a super nice guy too, so I always like to support him. He's from Germany, so it's German thrash metal. Number 11. This is a band out of Texas. I don't even know how to describe these guys. The band's called Tulip. Don't like the name, but I've been listening to them, you know, when they were making the album, and I really like her voice. It's a female singer. She was actually an opera. She actually is an opera singer, but they wanted to do some, I don't know what you call it. It's like symphonic. It's metal. It's like groovy. It's symphonic at times. It's kind of electronic parts are in there. And there's a song called Theater of the Dead, which is one of my favorite songs of the year. But Tulip, that's called what? High Strangeness? Yeah, High Strangeness. Little band out of Texas. I'm pretty sure it was self-released. Yeah. Really cool. Name stinks, but... number 10. Is that right? Yeah. This is a band called Archangel. No, not Archangel. Archangel. This features the singer of Sabotage and Circle of Circle and Zach Stevens, the second singer of Sabotage. This sounds like Sabotage, like that era, Edge of Thorns, Sabotage. Fantastic album, love it. Artwork is really cool. Zach Stevens, I mean, great voice. Great album, highly recommend it. Next is another band that I love, 2000 band I love a lot, and that's a band called it. It's got a lenticular cover, so it's going to show up odd. It's pretty cool though. In This Moment's newest, Jesus Christ, Mother. This is actually really good. The last two, this and Roots, I think it's Roots. It took time to grow on me. And there's this couple like Fly Like an Eagle cover on here, which Steve Miller, In This Moment, you would think it doesn't work, but it works. They do a We Will Rock You cover on here with Lizzie Hale and Taylor Momsen from Pretty Reckless and Hailstorm. There's one other one, I think, too. No. But anyway, it's got a song on here, As Above, So Below, which is one of my like favorite songs by them. So In This Moment, Mother, great album. Obviously, it's number what, like 9? Yeah. Now this album, people either love it or hate it, and I don't understand the hate for this. Things are different. I mean, the sounds change a little bit. This band, I like anything they've done. I mean, they haven't done a lot, but I think this is their 4th or 5th album. I mean, their first and my favorite, Breaking the Silence, but I'm sorry. A lot of these haven't been sleeved yet, so my stuff was just sitting in the middle of them. Heathens, come on, you can do it. Empire of the Blind. I think this is a fantastic album. There's a couple of slow parts in there. Maybe that's why people get weird, but I think overall, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I mean, I like it that much. And it's sat in my box pretty much since it came out, so. Alright, number 9. No. That was 8. This is number 7. Annihilator's newest. This album is angry. Jeff is clearly mad. I think I watched an interview with him, and he was mad. I mean, a lot of these lyrics on here is not how he usually writes. But there's a lot of abuse stuff that was going on, and not with him, but with his friend. And he kind of made him really mad. So a lot of the songs on there are written about that. And he was just in the bad place, and he even said that. But it translates so well, because this is a fantastic album. I would say this is probably their third best album, and this is like their 19th or 20th. I can't even remember at this point. And it's hard to find their damn older vinyl without paying out the ass for it. Another one of my like modern day favorite bands is Unleash the Archer's new one. Oh my god. Why can't I remember titles? Abyss. Like the easiest titles I forget. It's called Abyss. Now this is a bit more commercial than their last. Well, they've got a little more commercial with each album. But Apex was a fantastic album. That was the last one. That was a concept album. And this actually is a concept album and picks up where Apex left off. So this is a really, really great album. It took a little bit to grow because of the commercial value in it. But I guess I kind of get it now. And I got the really cool vinyl version. It was just too cool to pass up. But I love these guys. Brittany is a fantastic screamer. I don't know what you classify them. Progressive, metal. Sometimes there's a little bit of death vocals in there. Like there used to be a lot more in the beginning. Their first album is like what? Probably a quarter death backing vocals. But really good album. Unleash the Archers, Abyss. I like concept albums. I always tend to. All right, so we're at number 5. I need to take a drink, guys. Number 5 is a CD. Next two are CDs. Crack cover. This band's called Smack Band. The album's called 2020. Smackbound, rather. This, another female fronted, I think, Swedish. Could be Swedish or Finnish, I can't remember, man. Or Italian. I get so confused with that stuff anymore. Smackbound 2020, great album. There's so many different sounds on this album, and you go from, it's a female fronted, she has grit, she has power, she can sing high, she can sing low. Like half the songs sound like they belong on another album. You know, there's like hair metal, there's like modern metal, there's a ballad on there. I mean, there's so many different sounds in this, but it has that 80s guitar backing and stuff like that. And I mean, honestly, for a while, this, if it wasn't for a couple other albums, this obviously would have been up there. It's that good. I mean, if you're going to buy 5 albums of the year, these next 5 you should have. They got a song on here called Hey Motherfucker. I'm already hooked if you have a song like that. Hey Motherfucker is a good one. Drive It Like You Stole It. Obviously, you get what that means. Those Who Burn. I mean, it's just a great freaking album, man. Smackbound, one word, 2020. Number 4, I think they're from Slovakia. Slovenia, Slovakia. I think they're Slovakian. I wish both of those were on vinyl, limited vinyl. I don't know why they're not. They probably didn't sell that well, which is ridiculous. What's that called? This band's called Bloody Heels. The name's kind of weird, but it seems to be the trend lately. Bloody Heels, Ignite the Sky. Ignite the Sky. Pure late 80s heavy metal. I mean, as you can see, that's what it looks like. Really cool. This is a top to bottom great album. I'd give this like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I like it that much. I'd probably give Smackdown a 9 out of 10. I hope that doesn't get me copyright striked. Anyway, there's that. Actually, I'm going to turn that off so I don't get copyright strike. That's a different song, different band. All right, and we're now down to the top 3, which I don't need that list anymore because I got it figured out. This band, I swear, they just keep getting heavier and heavier and better as they get older. One of my top 10 favorite, but top 5 favorite bands, and that's Stryper's latest one. Title, Even the Devil Believes. Great album, fantastic production. I mean, the last 4, 5, 6 albums have just sounded so damn good. I think this is the purple one. Yeah, this is the purple vinyl. I missed the first 100, 150 one like I usually grab. A little pissed about that because I was ordering it and then I got a phone call. I went back to order it and it was sold out already. Even The Devil Believes, always awesome freaking artwork by the band too. Just consistently putting out good albums. Even his last 2 solo albums have just been fantastic, like Striper oriented stuff. Striper, Even the Devil Believes. Alrighty, so this is the one where you're probably going to confuse you because I know you guys know, most of you guys know I'm a massive Testament fan. They Overkill, Testament, probably my 1A, 1B thrash metal bands. Testament's just, I just love them. The Legacy debut, in my opinion, is the best thrash debut ever, but that's my opinion. Anyway, you know I'm talking about Testament, so I know a lot of you thought this would be #1, but it got bumped. Testament's latest, which is a killer album, Titans of Creation. I got a couple versions of this. I got the box set, I got the black, and I got this one. Every time I go to the store and it's there, I just buy it if I don't have the pressing because I'm addicted. Titans of Creation, fantastic top to bottom, even the instrumental on there. Love the artwork. I mean, they always have killer artwork too. Just fantastic. And the box set of this has a lenticular cover. That seems to be the thing to do lately. That's my #2. Now my #1, I mean, I get hooked on these certain albums, and they're not usually well-known bands, or I mean, I've had this probably the last 3 months because it was coming from Europe and it took 4 months to get here, but I had to download. I don't know, it sounds different on vinyl. I know people don't understand that sometimes, but it's mastered different sometimes. It just sounds so different to me on vinyl. And this band puts out like an album every 10 years. It's ridiculous. And I love him because his voice is so unique. I know who it is as soon as I hear him. Their 1988 debut, self-titled, is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like it would break my top 20 easily. The second album was kind of different. It was more like Queensryche. They went a different direction. Great album, just not the same. It was more commercial based versus their, heavy hair metal based. This one's a combination of both, and it's just fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm telling you, if you guys find this CD, whatever, Hitman, Destroy All Humans, must have. Look it up. You gotta have it. I think my video is going to end, so I don't know why that's doing that because I have tons of room on there, but Hitman, Destroy All Humans. Hard to get the vinyl. You got to import it, and it costs a freaking fortune, but I had to have it. I just got the black vinyl. I got the 7-inch flexi that came with it too for pre-ordering it, but it took 4 months to get here. But album of the year for me, I mean, hands down. Testament, I mean, it held strong so long, and this just blows it out of the water for me. And it's, it's a combination of hair metal, modern metal, a little bit of that old school hair, a little bit of that, not Promised Land, more Rage for Order style Queensryche. Not the vocals are totally different, but the music-wise and the concept of it, the songs are like that, it's a great album. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I haven't had a 10 out of 10 in a while. Every song, even the damn 7-inch exclusive song is great. They really need to put albums out more than once every 10 years. They got 3 albums and they've been around since the 80s. I don't know why. They're fantastic. Anyway, guys, before this runs out on me, I cut it down about 7 minutes shorter. Thanks for watching. I know this is really rushed and really through, but it's the end of February almost, and I just wanted to get this done real quick after screwing up the other one, or somehow the sound screwed up. But thank you for watching. Thank you for contacting me, messaging me. Really nice of you guys. I'll see you somewhere. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk real soon.